Hello, hello, hello again. Welcome back to the show. This is Eddy4ShoT, Flight on the Wall podcast with Eddy4ShoT, and you are listening to Eddy4ShoT. Now, I'm about to start another podcast. Hopefully, this will record properly. I don't know why it's not showing my face, but give me 1 second. Let me. Hello, welcome once again to the systems that may affect your audio quality. What does it mean by that? I'm not using anything that is expertly draining at the moment. So we're gonna have to unplug a couple things perhaps. But at the moment, let's see. I do want to get participants into this. We were having a beautiful conversation earlier. I'm going to go ahead and copy the link and send it to those that we were talking to and get them back on this line. I do appreciate you. Thank you very much. And okay, we're trying to get people to link and continue. I do want to try this. Just give me a few seconds. I should have started with that. Hello, hello, welcome aboard. Ademola is here. I'm going to admit him. Welcome. My iPad storage is full. What do you mean by that? Hello. Welcome. Yes, sir. You are back online. We are live, as we know. Yes. I'm going to invite Deji again. Give me a second. Let me send him a link. Deji, you guys were having a very amazing conversation there. I didn't want to stop you, but it's hard to stop. I apologize, but here we go again.
No worries. Yep.
Yes, sir. I'm going to invite more people. Hopefully that they will join. I'm
Yeah.
getting more questions online. Yes, sir. How have you been, Ademola? How is UK? Tell me, please.
Well,
Tell me
UK is
about
there.
you.
UK is there.
Yeah,
Like we all
that's
know, keep on hustling. I
the
tell
hustle
you,
pass.
chase the
Yeah,
bag,
I think
get
they
it
hard for
done.
yeah. He
On
had
this
hard on that
place,
side,
like
my
the other,
brother.
like they just said, everybody has a different story. It will not just be, it won't be fair enough if we have to go through all this stress, all these problems, all these things, and at the end of the day, not being able to show anything for it, even if it is to put food on the table for our loved ones. You
Facts
understand?
are facts.
Because yeah, because my thought at the end of the day is that if everything was all right in the country, like I was about to say, if things were normal, we won't have any reasons to leave the country to go and be hustling in another man's land. I love
That's
Nigeria.
true.
I love my country. I love everything about my country. You see the fun. You see, let me tell you, Nigeria is the place that if you wake up every day, you will keep seeing three different things happening every day, every day, because the fun never ceases to stop in Nigeria. It's just
Yes,
there,
sir.
and you're around your family, you're around your loved ones. You can practice what you preach. If everything was fine, I tell you, my brother, all we needed to
Yes,
do is just come to this country and just come on holiday, come spend our money, then go back.
Mm.
You understand? But
Yes,
things are far from that now. This is the whole system now is we are looking at a situation whereby a common man cannot even assure his kid of what is going to happen the next day, or cannot even assure his child or his family what they're going to eat the next day. And we keep saying no money in the country. So people are still buying 200 million naira vehicles. They are buying different cars. Is it that? I don't know. It's just, you know, it's just funny. Everything is not about money too, but most times it's about fulfillment. Do you know how many Nigerians have left the country? Let me tell you, in education, in terms of coming to study in the UK, that's one. In terms of coming to UK to work as health worker, doctors, nurses, they're just it's still every day you gotta understand that.
lost a lot of very potential, like
Of
life
course,
changing doctors and
of course. You know the
smart
funny thing,
human.
you now get to this country and you begin to perform. You now wonder that really, so I could actually do all these things. But meanwhile, the environment was not providing a whole lot of shit for you to be able to do it. You know, I used to work in a place before where before you could do anything, before you could even write that I need safety boots. Somebody has to sit down and approve and say, why do you need safety boots? Why do you? Don't worry. And the safety boots is in the store, and we still tell you that why do you need it? Oh God, why won't I need it? I'm going to the field to work. Why won't I wear safety boots? Is it not for us? You know, and they keep all these things, and at the end of the day, they throw it away. That's it. So everybody has the mindset of when I get there, all I want to do is take for myself. Me, I, myself, and me only. No other person. That's the notion.
Thank you, sir. For those just joining us, I would like to introduce those people that are on the call as well. You know, we just started this new line, but we've been on the call for a minute and a half now. I cannot complain too much. Allow me to introduce myself once again. I am Dr. Chukwemeka Edward Atede, Anyawuna Waroha, one of Abugo, and it's a pleasure to have you on the other side of the listening wave. We are here. Let me see how I can introduce every other person. I think we can put in an immersive mode there, but you can see them right beside me. You understand what I mean? All right, I would like to start with the person first in line. I have Ademola Adeneko over here. Ademola Adeneko is an engineer. He's based in UK at the moment. He's currently using his phone and lying on his bed because at the moment he cannot afford iPad or laptop. Yes.
Says who? Says who? I'm gonna make you send me one now.
And here we have Ibito Yetosin. Ibito Yoluwatosin is a very talented tailor and a sim designer, fashion designer over there in Nigeria. He's creating very beautiful designs, right? He's over here. I'm glad to have
Ademola, mind
you.
yourself. Ademola, mind yourself.
You know, you and I, we don't date now. You don't date. All of us don't date.
I don't know you.
And then last but not the least, I would like to welcome your board also, Sir Deji. Deji Akin is over here with us. I do appreciate you for joining us, Ayodeji. He's a project manager almost, or even they control all the telecommunication wave. Like if you want to make a call, you have to call Deji. If you don't
of course,
call
because
Deji,
this Zoom live will not work because if it's not there, you know, it's the chief.
Yes, my humble boss. You are welcome on show. I appreciate you, sir.
He's the one that is managing those things, so don't mind him. This is the one that...
But let us believe him. Let us believe him.
Yes, sir. Thank you for joining us aboard this line. I do appreciate you, gentlemen, for coming aboard. Let's go ahead and go back to the topic we were on. I believe we were on a very interesting topic that had us engaged beyond all engagement. If you could please remind us what we were talking about.
We're trying to ask you that what is my definition of a perfect situation?
Yes, and we transited that question to DG, right? I think you gave us your own perspective, did you?
No, not yet.
No, I get my perspective, but he was supposed to, you told him to marinate
to marinate and conjugate.
You see, that's what I like. I like it when my guests are engaged. That's what I like.
You see, the truth of the matter is, there's no. I beg to be corrected. There's no perfect system. That's where I would like to start from. There's no perfect system. You understand? Every system still has an error mode of plus or -1. So the major thing there is every other person is just trying to. If I call this country a perfect country, they will tell you, the government will tell you it is not a perfect country, because day in, day out, they are working to get it better. They are working to achieve the next level, to make new policies and to bring out new things. But what I'm just for is a system where everybody knows their left from their right. Not that people can be brainwashed and people can be used as a tool of destruction or any other vice in the country. Because if you see the way, I've lived all my life in Nigeria, even before moving out. So I've met a whole lot of people with different notions, with different aspects to things, different mentalities to things and all. You can't blame them. Like they rightly said, we are all coming from different places. We have different backgrounds. We have different orientation to things and stuff like that. But a perfect system in the country is where the government sees it as a duty to provide for the citizens, and where the citizens see it as a duty that, I have to do my bit, because we all keep shouting change. The change that we are all talking about starts with you and I. If everybody can emulate that change and do things in the right proportion, and the government, the so to say government that is there, is also recognizes the fact that they also need to give back to the community, because the government will not be there if not for the taxpayers' money. And the government is just living on the tax, living day in, day out, spending unprecedented amount of money on so many rubbish that they are doing. So a good system for me is just a system that has a feedback. If I want to use the control word, where there's a feedback into the system, where the citizens know their left from the right, and the government know their duty, and also hold it to their chest that this is what they're supposed to do, and this is what they're not supposed to do. You understand? Because now it looks like it's a lawless system. Everybody keeps doing what they want, and nobody can question them. There's no feedback. That's my own rendition on that.
Rendition. That's a big word. Where did you learn that? Yes, I do appreciate you for that topic, and I felt almost the exact same thing where I was like, naive, going out into the world, saying, okay, this is where we have to start the things, and then by the time you get there, you're like, so it's so different from what you believed in. Like, for example, back in the day, I used to think that white people were gods pretty much, or deities. Like, if they can do anything, literally.
Yeah, I get it.
When I flew to Ukraine is when I figured out that yes, we all are broke. Every single human being on this planet is broke. And like they are not gods walking amongst us. Yes, they are hungry.
Yeah. But you were in Ukraine.
Yes. So we have new guests joining us. Let me see what we have. I can admit two new people. Welcome aboard. This is the Eddy4ShoT Live. For those just joining us, welcome to Eddy4ShoT Live. You are on the line with very illustrious people over here. I do appreciate you for joining us on this wonderful event. I do want to let me mute you real quick. Allow me to introduce myself once again. My name is Dr. Chukwuemeka Edward Atede, and Yawona Waroha one of Apugo. I do want to get everybody's perspective on this topic. We are discussing at the moment the transition of those who are immigrants, for example. There are those that were born in the country that they are, and they are still in that country. Some of us have traveled from the country of our origin to another country. And I think about 80% of those that are on this call are all immigrants, and those that are not are still in their country of choice, and they are trying to evolve their advances. And we've been talking with, I'll go ahead and introduce the people on the line. Ademola Adelenko, we have Tosin Ibitoye, we have DG, and we have two new people joining us. I think it's Nicholas and Louisiana is over here, our first female guest on the show for today. I do appreciate you all for coming on the show. I do appreciate your voice. It's a little bit of a how will I say?
Jam up like
A little bit of jamboree.
And Nicholas is over there. Stanley's over there jamming us. Don't mind Stanley.
Somebody's enjoying the weekend.
You don't know. I beg now.
It's too loud. Edjo, you're on radio.
Tosin.
You're all welcome to the show. I do appreciate.
Ademola, what's up now? Why are you
So
calling me out?
I want to ask you a question. Emeka, please permit me. Tosin,
Yeah.
that those new cameras that this guy has been installing in Lagos State now. Please, how do you guys intend to make it work? Did you see that post? Did anybody see that post? They have so many speed cameras that they have installed in Lagos State now. It's a state of no database. Yeah.
But what's
I
up
just want to
now?
understand. I want to understand the idea behind that.
No,
And
but the number plates are registered. Are they not registered?
we all know where we came from now.
See,
Is it?
those stuff, let me tell you the truth, those stuffs only work for maybe 1 month.
The thing is, how are they even going to track down people? If you, I know that if you
But if
register
it's
your
not going to work, why would they embark on that kind of capital intensive project? If they
you
don't
know,
Normal
that
levels now. Someone has to invest money.
you know that this is
Someone has to
election
get
year.
money.
You know this is election year, and when it comes to election year, everybody tries to do one or two things to be able to claim the mindset of the people and try to be re-elected into the office. So those are one of the measures that they always do. Now you will see that most of all those governors and those guys in positions are trying to commission all the projects that they've spent 4 years to do. Imagine somebody spending 4 years to do borehole in a community. So now is the time that you put it on the social space to say, yes, I've been governor for 4 years. I've done this, I've done that, I've done this, I've done blah. So I'm not against the idea of cameras on the road, but do we have database to follow up all these things? This is a state whereby addresses don't tally. If you are given a speeding ticket, how does it get to your house? Is it by Uber or is it by postman?
Someone that is not scotting with a friend. Someone that is not scotting with a friend does not have the particular location.
Yeah.
He's here today, tomorrow is there, next tomorrow is there.
So is that the next thing to do?
Maybe it's not even using his car. You can use it recklessly.
A whole lot of these things have been working out for them in time past, and it looks like it's still going to keep working for them. They come out during election year, they start doing things, people fall for that trap. Oh, he's our governor. Hey, this one. They will keep shouting because the common man is hungry, and the common man can be bought with material stuffs. That's what's happening. So that's just the cocoa. So how are you managing, Tosin? How are you managing the speeding tickets in Lagos?
Brother, I speed past anything I like, anything I see.
You see, that's the mindset.
But someone once told me that it was when you got stopped by the police, or I don't know what official, they have a point deduction system to just how we have in the Western world on your license. Is that true?
What license? Is it a driver's license? The valid one or the invalid one?
Nigeria.
Lagos now.
Lagos, Nigeria.
Yes.
The valid one or the invalid one? The license.
Okay.
Is it the one they do outside the road safety office or the one that you go inside to go and do?
Imported license.
See, let's be factual.
Let me write all the points now so I can ask the person. So
okay, now let me be factual here. Actually, what you have just said is supposed to be the real thing.
Yeah.
You see, the plate numbers are registered. They have registered keepers. They have address to everything and every other thing. They have even license. They have point deduction system. I think they started doing all those stuff now. But the problem is database. Can they manage?
But they do have database. But
yeah, they have database.
Might not be robust. But I know even with all the NIN and the bank, everything, even all those telcos, the thing is our database is not integrated, right?
It's not.
But for Lagos State, with the tax they collect on businesses and all that, they have a database that the state is, I think Lagos State database, they are LIRS.
I think there was a time they were doing this, you must come and register as a Lagos citizen, whereby they get your details and all those stuff.
Yeah, but you have a point that what if they register to one address and you know the way people move. So even if they catch you and they trace you, you would have moved from that address, right?
Of course.
Unlike here where anything you want to do, your identification number must be on it. You want to rent, you want to buy a house, you want to do anything, they want to pay you salary. So once you have a ticket or anything, they track you. Where was the last? So you can't hide your address, but that's not the same thing. The landlords don't even ask for that. So the database is not connected to a central system.
Yeah, that's the point. That's the point I was looking for, because it's not the same data that a policeman can access in this country. Somebody in the court can access that same data about you.
Yes, but for Nigeria, sorry to interrupt you. For Nigeria, what I know is in that registration they collect phone numbers. Okay. Just like the system in Dubai, you know, if you just break any offense, you are getting a text with the ticket immediately on your phone. They text you, you know. So I believe just like the police in Lagos, for example, can track armed robbers and all that. They can use phone to track all those kidnappers.
They do it. It's not they don't do it.
They can easily just call.
Yeah.
Or the number that is registered to that. So they can link all the details we have given to them on the phone to your number plate. And with that, they can still call you, text you, or they flag you. The next time you're going to renew your number plates, you are owing this amount. You know, you ran the light or you didn't pay ticket and all that. So, but the thing is, this involves when a system is well run, when people that don't understand what they're doing. And we let
me come in. What you just said now, happened to a brother. It happened to a brother. Actually, his car was snapped, not the what's it called, CCTV cameras, not with the traffic light cameras, but with the phone camera. But I guess from an official, the guy just sneaked and snapped his car. So got the license plate and details and everything. So when he was about to renew his next one of his documents that was expired, he told him that 2 other documents had expired some months back and blah 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 blah. So they now showed him the picture, evidence, and this is your car. Yeah, this is my car. This is your location. Blah 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 blah. I was not like So he got messages, threatening messages like pay this amount or else. Pay this amount or else. But you know, Nigeria now we're like normal message in Nigeria. If he born out. So when the guy got to the office, he was so worried because message kept on coming. So he was worried and he went to the office and Baba paid 40K.
Okay, wait. That's if you look at all these things, the problem is that even some people, when they get tickets, they can actually go into that office and still buy their way through and have everything.
Exactly.
Let me give you my own experience. There was a day that a friend of my wife just invited us to a drink. We got there. I parked in a supermarket. I had forgotten that you could only park there for 90 minutes. That's 1 hour, 30 minutes. I don't drink. I don't forget. The lady just remembered and said, we have been here for 3 hours. We don't call it, you know? So we quickly rushed out. I drove my car out of there, had to go park somewhere else. She parked. So we were scared like, okay, we'll get tickets, we'll not get tickets. 3 weeks after, tickets reach out. Tickets reach out with the car picture. With the car picture on it like this, on the ticket, it reach out. And they even gave me discount. They say if I pay before 24 hours, I should pay half. £90. So it's not about, see. Yes, now you see Nigeria. What I have found out is that majority of these systems are put in place, but over the years, you find one person coming in as the administrator and tell you that, don't worry, you are not dealing with that system again. Abandon. I'm bringing in new system. Because the way it works is, I've worked in government setting before. The way it works is...
Let me just give you an example really quick. Okay. We have, right now, I'm going to do my NIN. They announced that, come on, they brought it here. I'm in the state of Maryland. The address, I went there. And they said the system broke down. You went there the following, they gave it to a consultant. The system broke down. The same thing again. So if you go to the embassy in Nigeria, that you have entered Nigeria outside of the country, because the same way they run civil service, the same thing they are running it now. So that's what I'm saying. Having a central system, this is the same kind of people that will manage it. When of course, because Nigeria embassy here, you will see the rug full of desks, like the red carpet. Like you are,
that one paying you. When I went to renew my passport, in London,
they put TV watching NTA in a, what do they call it, like a cage, or what is it called? Like somebody was going to steal it. They hang it up
in a cage.
Yes.
When I went to Nigerian embassy. When I went to Nigerian embassy,
we do as if they're doing you a favor. What you are saying?
Of course, they don't see it as their job.
Yeah.
They see it as they're offering you something that you can never get. So I went to renew my passport. I got there as early as 7 a.m. On the line, I was number 50. And we all queued on the road. This is central London, as in central London. All of us queued on the road, on the major road, like this, as if we were coming, we were like in refugee camps. I tell you, we even got in. We sat down. Then you know this normal system of somebody coming out from the office. All these officials will just come and just do like this to somebody and do like this. Somebody will just come and do like this. Then somebody that is number 200 will just stand up before somebody that is number 50 and walk into the office. You know, it was jam-packed. They have to be opening windows in Nigerian embassy so that fresh air can come in. I tell you, it was dreadful. So all these things, I believe, Emeka, you see, I believe that all these things are in place, but management, and, like you said, the people that are going to manage it, are they in the right space? Are they in the right sense of mind? Because don't forget that if you check the government portfolio, every time somebody is saying it's bringing in new system, there's always a paragraph or always a quote for training. They do it a lot. They collect all those money, just select some few people, get them trained, bring them back, and don't run the system. They just leave it there. And that's the end of it. That's how the system will die.
The question also is that why would they even, to get your passport?
Yeah.
You are going to the embassy, but it's being given to a consulting firm to handle it.
Well, here, that's true, because if you have to register online.
Yeah, you register online. Somebody else you are paying to.
Yeah, you're paying to another firm.
Yes, another firm. What do you have an embassy? Like
that's part of the gimmick.
Stealing.
It's part of the stealing now. It's part of the stealing. Then they tell you to come here. They will tell you to buy a postal order and a postal bag that they will use to ship it to you. You're the one that will buy it with your money and bring it to. So after all the now, some people just the system. People are just angry by default. There are some people that are just angry by default. You just go in and they look at it and they say, "Where is your NIA? Sir, I don't have it. Please. Next person." all those angle of addressing people. People came to the embassy, and it felt like they were back in Nigeria. They were frustrated, as in you could see people angry just coming to the embassy with strong face.
Because of embassy, just mad.
Because of passports.
Our country
they were angry. Coming to the embassy, everybody just the begs. Small thing, everybody would shout, "Hey, what's happening now?" Those things are just, as in by default. I went there that day, I did my passport, and I was just, on my way home, I was just thinking that, did I just go to Nigeria and come back?
Yes, now you went to Nigeria and come back now.
Because it wasn't different.
There was no difference.
It wasn't different from Ikeja Center or any other place. It was just there. I tell you, man, it's dreadful. Everything is just. But we were praying to God that sooner or later everything should just change, because if we keep going like this, brother, I tell you.
Let me ask the questions from the fans. We have a couple of questions coming in from the fans.
Okay.
This one is. This is a very direct question. They are saying, "What's this entire podcast about?" So please, can someone tell us what we've been talking about?
Well, if they care to know, we're just trying to talk about the state of the nation, how things are in overseas here compared to how it is back home. And if you have any aspiration or any plans of traveling, just try and gear up for challenges ahead, because they always say life is not a bed of roses, but at the end of the day, you just have to man up and face everything squarely. So basically, it's just about the state of the nation, life challenges, and how we can progress.
Okay. There's this girl that has been trying to let me know that she wants to play football, right? She's in Nigeria. She wants to play football, like soccer.
Okay.
first of all, I don't have any idea about soccer. I suck at soccer, so that was already a far-reaching ask. But I'm like, I can help you out. So I asked, normal question: are you in any team, for example, or are you in any like football team? She's like, she goes to play with her friends in the weekend. Are you in any football academy or something like that? She's like, no, but she's heard that when people travel abroad, they will get entrance into an academy and then they can like start working in school. I see. Auntie, whoever is giving you all these fantastical tales, like I wish I can. Like first things first, the first thing to do is to get passport. Do you have a passport? No, you don't have a passport. Okay. Do you have a visa? After passport, of course, if you don't have passport, how will you get visa? No,
Of
understand.
course.
So of course she doesn't have passport, she doesn't have visa. So the first basic steps have not even been taken, or she doesn't even know the first basic step. And if I could use my podcast as a means to reach out and tell people that are out there, like, hey, look, this is the way it is, for real. Hearing from the horse's mouth, I'm not saying I don't resemble horse, but some of us are teeth already. But yes, it helps us to spread the word, give those people that need the information. So I do appreciate you, gentlemen, for joining me on this call. I do want to pick your brain, Tosin. And before we go into the next question, tell us about yourself, sir. You're the only one that has not given us info. Yeah. Tell us about yourself. Tell us about your business. What you're into. Can you even hear us?
You see, that's the bad part of the whole thing. I told you earlier on that the hard part of it all here was driving. Now, see, Tosin is driving and is on phone. Look at that. Do you even know that in this country now, you can't, it's not allowed to even pay with your phone when you're behind the steering.
That is true. The two people that have been on the call, yes, they were both in Nigeria and they both could call on the phone. In America, I'll be scared to use it.
You can't touch your phone. They've installed some body sensitive cameras on the motorway now that if you drive and you have, it's just like a motion sensor, very intelligent. It captures you when you are not even with your seatbelt or when you are trying to touch your phone while driving.
What?
They experimented it and they've been able to catch some few offenders, and some people are at risk of losing their license. So do you even know that you can't pay with your Apple Pay? With your Apple Pay, you can't even pay with it if you are driving through McDonald's or driving to Costa to get a coffee.
They can't do it here because they have to vote for it to be able to. Yeah, so they can literally just vote that they should stop. They voted to take away, what is it called?
The abortion.
Traffic camera.
Hmm?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. They voted to take it out. Yeah, in Texas.
Really?
Yeah. They can vote anything here.
This country, I'm on vote. They don't do it before you go vote.
And the UK, the funny thing about the UK is that they don't have any constitution.
They don't. It's all this royal stuff now.
Parliamentary rule now, the monarchy.
Yeah, now. And you know that the thing is, the Queen is literally in common sense, is above the law.
Yes.
Yeah,
she's the only one that is allowed to drive without a license. She's the only one that is allowed to go over the speed limit. She's allowed to drive on bus lane. Yes. So when I heard all those stuff, I was like, so she can actually kill somebody and just run away.
That's what it means now. She felt like you, sir, bam, bam, you're gone. And no one
says if you overheat, if they catch you. There was this guy on the motorway and he was driving. On the motorway here, the maximum you can do is 70 miles per hour. And the minimum you can do is 50 on a busy motorway.
Okay. Yeah,
there's a minimum. Because it's a busy road. Once you join the road, you just have to fire. You can't be slowing down on that road. So
there's a highway
this guy
in Germany that has those speed limits.
We have them here too. Serious crazy ones. If you make mistake,
no speed limit.
No speed limit in Germany.
There's a highway. I've forgotten the name. It has no speed limit.
Well, here too, we have some highways that the highway is 70 miles per hour. But when you join some highway here and maybe you are traveling down some hilly part or some other side of the country that is like, let's say I'm driving to Wales, not Wales. There's some places that you get to, there's no camera. So you can do as you like. just go over the speed limit. Nobody cares. But when you get to some places, you see cameras and you just have to obey yourself. So this guy was driving. He was on 40 miles per hour. And he put the phone there. And it was just, he was driving and he was just touching the phone like this on the motorway. He was touching the phone. And there was this policeman in an unmarked vehicle, a private car, because they operate in private cars most of the time on the motorway so that you won't see them. And the guy was just standing beside my guy, looking at him like this. And, he was just there, touching the phone. And the police officer was just looking at him like, oh, God, look at this guy. And they pulled him over. He didn't stop. That was the mistake. He didn't stop. So they had to chase him down. They stopped him. And with respect, they asked him, they said, what was he doing? Was he aware that he was like, oh, this, blah, 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 blah. And all of a sudden, they gave him points. And here, they run like a 12-point system on the license. So you get 3 points, and it takes if you get 3 points, it takes about 3 years before that 3 points can leave your license. Yeah.
It's the same here. The same here. You have 12 points. At 10 points, they suspend you. You can't drive.
Yeah, they suspend.
Yeah.
And if you're a new driver, within the first 2 years, if you get like 6 points, your license will be taken away from you. You have to go back and do your driving test.
Wow.
Yeah, so you make you have to go renew your license.
I don't get license.
I get license. We just got it through easier means than you guys.
He's introduced himself as if he has no license. I don't think your name can fit into that ID.
No, there's no license plate that can take my name. No license paperwork at all. I have to discard part of my name for what? Can't you extend it? My driving test was really interesting because first of all, the person cannot say my name, Abby. So they're like, "Hi, Mr."
What does it entail?
What?
What does driving test over there? What does it entail? What do you guys have to do with the procedures?
I would say it depends on the type of driving. It entails you have to be able to drive accurately, follow the signs, appropriate stopping distance and following distance, knowing when to put on your trafficator, to use your trafficator. When you turn, don't turn too wildly, and when you speed up, don't launch.
Are those the things they watch out when you're actually doing your test, when the examiner is seated with you?
Yes, and I've
had types of parking, emergency stop, driving up a hill, and doing all those stuffs.
After I passed my test, I made friends with the driving instructor, right? And she was able to tell me everything that is involved in taking a test. And there are so many things that they are looking out for, even just the way you are holding the steering,
I tell you, it's more than just driving.
No, they are counting all those things, and that's what they'll use to count for you later on. And then they'll put the plus or minus.
Some of my friends will say, "You're not driving, but guys, you go do it." I said, "There's no how you know how to drive, and you enter this UK and you go for a driving test. Your leg will still shake. Once you start your test
because you don't know what. Yes, it doesn't matter. Me, I've been driving Audi 90 for years. I say years. My Male Audi 90. I came to America here. They say do parallel parking. Hey.
You know if you do.
Hey. See Shiva, my brother. I did that in twice. I had to stop. I'm like, wait. No. Let's start again. The man looked at me. And I said, please. I know I can do this.
Did you do manual or automatic?
Manual now. My uncle went to go and deceive me that it's only manual car I can use. He said it's only manual car you can use. Go ahead and use the manual car. I'm like, okay, I'll use the manual car then. Then changing gear, matching clutch, all of that. That's the only thing that the woman used to pass.
It's the same system now because back in Nigeria, you still drive on the left side. Here it was different because I had to change gear with my left hand.
Oh, yours is different.
So my test was wow. My test was wow.
That is unique. Wow. So you are probably like.
I did
okay. At least the steering is on the right side. That is a good part. It's not like the steering is on the left and drive on the left.
So I did parallel parking. I did pull up on the left, pull up on the right, hill start, and I did emergency stop. Then I did reverse into a bay, parking into a bay. I only had 3 minors out of 15 because you're only allowed to have 15 faults.
15 faults. Okay, me, I had in my own fault. I didn't pass like 14. There were 14 I didn't pass, which was
You pass your test.
Distance. I passed my test. Yes, I passed the test, but like she told me what I didn't get high marks in. I didn't the stopping distance. I was too close to the person in front of me, so she told me that. The following
I had
distance.
that one too. I had that one. Stopping Nigeria bumper to bumper. I had that one. I had control because there was a place I just climbed something and she was like, that one I had control. Then I had not looking very well before moving off. All those ones that baby excuse that. That day, it was on a Monday. I didn't tell anybody. I just left my house. I used my car because I just bought learner plate, took my car, put it on, put extra mirror. I just drove to because the driving test center for my area is just behind my house here. So I did my test in my area.
Lucky. So you know what you were in for.
Oh,
I went a distance to do my own. I didn't do mine near my side. It was far away from where I lived, and
really?
I was able to. Yes, I was able to complete the. Oh, this is about to time out, but before it goes, I was able to complete.
Everybody has left, so.
Yes, so this is probably the end of the first part. I'm going to do another.
Next time we'll have to structure it very well and have a topic to really discuss on and all that.
Yes, definitely. I do appreciate you.
See, we are growing. We are growing. That's how we start.
It started from one person. No, it started for just me, just talking to myself. And now we have people on the link. I appreciate you for joining us. Before this time out, this has been Eddy4ShoT FlyEd on the Wall podcast, and this has been Ademola as the last person on the show. I do appreciate you for staying. Thank you so very much, Saya. Twali for you, Baba. Twali. Peace, guys.